Today, we dive into a thrilling, thought-provoking story where science, faith, and tragedy collide. We're recapping Black Easter, 2020, a film where an ex-soldier and a team of scientists are forced to deal with the unimaginable, time travel, and the consequences of tampering with the most pivotal moment in human history. Imagine waking up one morning, inventing time travel by accident, and before you know it, your invention is hijacked by a group that wants to assassinate Jesus. Yep, welcome to the wild ride that is Black Easter. In the year 2029, Brandt, a retired military man, is on a road trip with his family. As they cruise down a scenic highway, his wife, ever the optimist, reassures him that his days of heroism aren't over just because he left the military. She believes God still has a great miracle waiting for him. But before Brandt can respond, disaster strikes. A truck smashes into their car on a curve. The vehicle flips violently. Brandt, not wearing his seatbelt, is hurled from the wreckage, helplessly watching as his wife and daughters remain trapped inside. The car catches fire and within moments explodes. Devastated and blaming himself, Brandt spirals into grief and alcoholism. His days become a blur of sorrow, his nights filled with rage at God for allowing such a tragedy. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a group of scientists led by Ram Goldstein is working inside a top-secret facility known as Lab 19. They're testing a prototype teleportation machine, but the experiments aren't going well. One particularly bad attempt even blows up part of the lab, drawing security's attention. The team fears they're about to be fired, until Ahmed, the billionaire funding their research, arrives. Instead of anger, Ahmed watches the surveillance footage and smiles. For a brief second during the test, a chair almost fully teleported. To him, that's progress. Excited, Ahmed shuts down Lab 19 and moves Ram's team into a much better facility, Lab 1, promising them each a $10 million bonus if they succeed. While the scientists celebrate, Brandt, desperate for a distraction from his grief, asks Ahmed to let him return to work as head of security. Ahmed agrees, but eases him back gently, placing a man named Sabir as temporary leader. Weeks pass. Despite the upgraded equipment, Ram and his team struggle to achieve true teleportation. Frustration builds. To cool off, Amy, one of the scientists, pulls Ram aside to the server room for a breather. While there, Ram notices strange signals running through the network. Curiosity gets the better of him, and he digs deeper, uncovering a chilling secret. Ahmed isn't funding teleportation out of scientific curiosity. He's in bed with Rashad Amir, a globally wanted terrorist. Their plan? Use teleportation to move bombs and supplies instantly across borders, unleashing coordinated attacks without warning. Amy is terrified and urges Ram to call the FBI, but Ram cautions her. If Ahmed suspects anything, they'll be dead before help arrives. For now, they must pretend they know nothing. Back in the lab, Ram rethinks their calculations. He realizes they've overlooked a crucial element: time. When objects teleport, there's a micro delay, and not factoring that in essentially forces objects to move at impossible light speed rates, causing them to disintegrate. Testing his new theory, Ram cleverly deceives the guards by pretending to teleport a styrofoam ball, while secretly transporting a rubber eraser instead. And it works. Ram has just unlocked time travel, but he barely has time to celebrate. The guards, suspicious, seize the eraser from his pocket and drag him to Ahmed. Ahmed demands an explanation. Ram warns him, time travel is unimaginably dangerous. Altering even a small moment could unravel reality itself. But Ahmed, drunk on ambition, doesn't care. He orders Ram locked away and tasks his tech teams with breaking into the encrypted data. When they fail, Ahmed opts for a harsher approach: coercion. He brings in Brandt, asking the ex-soldier to persuade Ram. Brandt, still emotionally broken, reluctantly agrees. Ahmed then escalates things further, bringing Ram's parents to the lab and threatening their lives. When Ram refuses to cooperate, Ahmed brutally executes Ram's father right before his eyes. Still defiant, Ram withstands the horror, until Ahmed threatens Amy, promising to dismember her, starting with her eyes. Crushed, Ram finally agrees to help. Ram warns Ahmed that human time travel is untested and could be fatal. But Ahmed is unfazed. He forces Ram to modify the machine for human use within 3 days. During this time, Ram secretly programs a trip, aiming to go back 10 minutes before his parents' deaths, planning to save them. 3 days later, they conduct the first human trial. A terrified bodyguard steps onto the platform and reappears unharmed across the room. Success. But before Ram can make his escape, guards stop him. Ahmed, thinking bigger, now has a new plan. Eliminate Jesus Christ to prevent the rise of Christianity, reshaping the world's future and its power structures forever. Brandt, still bitter at God, is the perfect pawn. Ahmed sends him and a hand-picked team back to 33 AD, just as Jesus is betrayed by Judas in the Garden of Gethsemane. Armed with modern weapons, Brandt's team lies in wait. Their mission: wipe out Jesus, the disciples, and the Roman soldiers, leaving no witnesses. Brandt confronts Jesus directly. He cynically challenges him, "If you're truly the Son of God, you'll survive my bullet." Jesus, calm and accepting, tells Brandt that his death is necessary, even for Brandt himself. Enraged, Brandt shoots. They strap the retriever device to Jesus' lifeless body and return to 2029, proud of their victory. But something goes horribly wrong. In the present, reality starts unraveling. History rewrites itself at blinding speed. Ahmed celebrates, for now, thinking he has won. Meanwhile, Ram and Amy realize they must act before the timeline becomes irreversible. They plan another desperate jump back in time, racing to stop Brandt's team before the crucifixion is disrupted forever. Back in 33 AD, Brandt's men patrol the garden. Ram and the surviving scientists, Amy, Simon, and Felix, ambush them, catching many off guard as they materialize. But Brandt and Sabir survive, fighting back fiercely. Felix and Simon are killed. Amy is shot. Mortally wounded, Amy begs Ram, "Save Jesus." Ram chases Sabir through the camp. Meanwhile, Simon, stuck in the past, manages a clumsy repair on his retriever and reappears in time to warn Jesus himself. He tells Jesus of the future men coming to kill him. Jesus simply replies, "I must fulfill my destiny." Meanwhile, in modern 2029, Ahmed uses a Roman soldier's dropped gun, now returned to the future accidentally, and plans a final sabotage. He wants to personally ensure Jesus' body is destroyed after death, erasing the resurrection from history. But destiny has other plans. On the morning of the resurrection, Ram, Amy, and Simon limp to the tomb. As the earth quakes and the stone rolls away, they witness the impossible. Jesus rises radiant with light. Ahmed, terrified, flees back to the future, too late to stop the miracle. Amy, severely injured, dies peacefully after seeing the resurrection herself. Ram is heartbroken, but renewed. Ram and Simon now possess the last surviving retriever. They make a daring return to 2029, barely escaping. In the chaos of Ahmed's crumbling empire, Ram fights to destroy the machine and stop Ahmed for good. But betrayal runs deep. In one timeline, Brandt, overwhelmed with guilt and grief, turns on Ahmed, helping Ram escape. However, tragedy strikes again. Brandt is shot and paralyzed. Yet even in his broken state, he finds redemption, having finally made peace with God and himself. In the end, Ram succeeds in saving his parents and neutralizing Ahmed's evil plot. Though scarred by all he's endured, he and the surviving scientists vow to rebuild and use time travel responsibly, not for power, but for healing. Black Easter leaves us with a haunting truth. Tampering with destiny, even for the best intentions, can unleash monstrous consequences. But forgiveness, sacrifice, and faith have a power far greater than any machine. And that's the full story of Black Easter. A wild ride through grief, science, betrayal, and ultimately hope.